Live. I am Dr. B. How you doing? Dr. Brantley. And we come on Monday through Friday, talk about relationships. People die for lack of knowledge. And we're just putting knowledge out there for you in your relationship so you can be better. Relationships are not just with people, it's also relation with you. And today is Wednesday, by God's grace, and we're talking about singles. That's right. We are talking about singles, about what it is to be single. So Monday we talk about couples. Tuesday we talk about men. Wednesday singles. Thursday parenting, and Friday we talk about intimacy. Freaky Friday. So again, we're talking about singles. Call your friends, call your neighbors, let them know Dr. B is on, and we're talking about what it is to be single. By the grace of God, we've written 28 nationally published books, and you can see all the books were written. All glory and honor to God, and working on book 29 as well. Our books are divided into 10 different categories, and you can go to my Dr. B. Dr. T. I'm sorry, Dr. TC Brantley.com for all of my books as the fire people go past. All right. So come on in, people. Come on in. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. It's funny that the information out there, it's all about you and whatever. But again, this information is good for your relationship. And again, when you're young, under 30, you don't think about relationships at all. But when you get older, you don't want to die alone. Nah, you want to die with someone who's worked with you. And I'm thinking about I forgot the rapper's name off the top of my head, but he was saying, "Listen, I'm in my 50s. I'm a billionaire, but I don't want to be alone." So this is why these types of things are so. So Dr. Dre, that was it, Dr. Dre. He actually word you want to be alone. So this is why this is so important that you come in with Dr. B about 15, 20 minutes and just talk about relationships because it needs to be talked about, especially in the Black and brown community. Yeah, Black and brown community. We can talk about it more. But hey, we help anybody. We help atheists. We help people of different nationalities and bring them together to help out. So thanks for joining in. We appreciate all you guys coming in and being a part of us. And again, this is something out of my heart that I do. We hope people buy books. Hope people will sign up for therapy. But if not, we're still going to do what we got to do to help couples become stronger. All right, Sam. How you doing, Sam? All right, so we're talking about singles today. The constant thing about singles is that, are you ready for relationships? And you know what? It's being real with yourself. Okay. The more real you are with yourself, the better you will be. And a lot of times, singles are not real with themselves or what they want or who they are. And until last week we talked about the cleaning, the cleansing process that it goes through for a single, but it's constantly understanding the process. So John 8:33 says, they answered him, "We are Abraham's descendant and have never been in bondage to anyone. Who can say you will be made free?" So again, there is a bondage of old soul ties. Okay, there's a bondage of people who have hurt you. There's a bondage of people who you've been in toxic relationships with. And if you're not careful, those infections of that relationship will cascade down into where you're at. And it's a healing that you must have on a regular basis. Because again, as singles, don't take this as imprisonment. Oh, no. Take this as okay, God's giving me a little time out for those that want to be married one day. To really get to know myself, to really get to understand myself. Without understanding and knowing yourself, you're not going to be where you want to be at on a regular basis. There is no way. Because you got to get to a place where you are good with you. Now, why is being single so important? I'll tell you why. Because when you get into a relationship, if you're not knowing you, okay, one of my nicknames in high school was Socrates. Yeah. And Socrates' famous thing was know thyself. Many singles don't know themselves. Know thyself. How you doing, Real Raw Blue? How you doing, Real Raw Blue? Bless 247-365-69. I got you. Like that. Like that title. Blessed 247-365-69. Love it. That's a good title there. When you don't know yourself, when you don't identify with yourself on a regular basis, you're not going to be able to be in a relationship. You're not. Why? Because you're going to be constantly dealing with the necessities and dealing with the pains of what maybe you don't like about yourself. And until you learn to like yourself, until you learn to embrace yourself and just love on yourself, you're not going to be able to be in a relationship. Why? Because again, the only person you can change is you. You can't change nobody. And again, this is why it's so important to do the monitoring of yourself. You know, monitoring yourself, monitoring your mind, monitoring your habits, monitoring where you're going. Without doing that, right, you will constantly be open to emotional infections. And a lot of people are infected. They are infected because they haven't done the due diligence of knowing you. All right. So God forbid, when you've been in the battle, after the war or the battle's over with, the first thing they do, they take an assessment. Come on, people. Follow me. Follow me. They take an assessment of the situation. And many of you are not taking the assessment. You just got out of a very bad relationship. I mean, oh my horror films. You just come out of a very bad relationship, and you need to take assessment of what's happened to you, assessment of what he or she did to you, assessment of is this good for me, assessment of should I work on my picker, assessment of did I get a new STI, STD. See, those are things that many singles don't do. They just run up into another relationship. No, assessment. Write that down, boys and girls. Assessment. How you doing, Navy? Harvey, a girl. How you doing, Jacqueline Bankhead? How you doing, Jacqueline Bankhead? How you doing, Castro? God bless you. So it's making an assessment. Now, this is why this is important. Okay, because many people don't tell you this. They tell you about love, they tell you about relationship. And the reason people, all right, the reason why relationships are so jacked up today, because no one wants to follow the paradigm, the right paradigm. According to me, the right paradigm is in the Word of God, of course. That's my assessment. But you know what? Can we be honest? What you've been doing doesn't work. Okay, the way you've been handling things and the way you've been going off on people, it doesn't work. And a lot of times you're going off because, again, of what happened to you in the last relationship. You are bringing it. You didn't do the assessment. Okay, the person's still in your the person's still in your bone. The person's still in your soul tie. So you need to make an assessment of, you know what, this is what I need to do differently, so that I can be a better person down the road. Because again, if I don't make the, I don't know. All right. So, all right. You don't like us with the word assessment? How about evaluation? Have you evaluated yourself of the damages that happened to you in the past relationship? Have you did an evaluation? Okay, how am I feeling? How am I looking in the situation? Unless you do that, all right. Unless you do that self-diligence within yourself, you're not going to do well. You're not, because you're not being truthful with what you are going through at this particular time, and you need to be honest with yourself, with the assessment, the evaluation. That wow. This was a doozy. Yeah, this guy or that girl I was with was a doozy. Assessment. If couples, hear me, all right? I'm gonna give you a revelation. You ready for this? All right, I got two screens here. That's why I'm going back and forth. If singles would do more evaluations, okay, and more assessments of what they've gone through, they would have less assessments to do. Why? Because you would assess yourself, find out what you did wrong, right? Find out the questions you should have asked, and then you'll make a better determination of what you need and what you don't need. That's what I'm talking about, people. All right. The assessments that you will make. I gotta get my book here. But again, if you don't make the assessments, because you think you all that, you got your BBL, you got your weave, you got your eyelashes done. Now, isn't it funny? We will make assessments for the external, but not assessment or evaluation for the internal. And this is where most people lose it. They lose it because they haven't made the right assessments or made assessments at all. You cannot be in a relationship and not make assessments. You can't do it. Why? Because you're constantly reviewing yourself. Yesterday, for example, I was tired. Old man was tired. I'm 2 years from 60, believe it or not. I was tired yesterday. I still worked out. I was tired. And I just had like, you know what? You're going to bed, brother. All right. Even though I wanted to lay hands on my wife last night, I got it this morning. Too much information. I had to make an assessment. Right? I had to make an assessment. All I'm saying to you people, you got to make an assessment of where you're at. Okay. Until you get in the mirror and talk to yourself about yourself. You know, you can tell people how you feel about them. But when the last time you got in the mirror and talked to yourself? Thank you for hitting the likes. I appreciate that. Please like Libra Devo. I like that name. Devo. That's a macho name. Devo. How you doing, Devo? All right. So it's making an assessment. The more you make assessments, the better you will become. All right. When you take your car in, right, they evaluate your car, they hook your car to a computer or machine, and they are making, yes, the word again, an assessment. They're making an analysis of how well your car is doing or not doing. That's how they assess your car. That's why I wrote the book. Single ladies, get ready for your man. It's time to go from bridesmaids to bride. All right. But again, a lot of times women do not do that. All right. For example, the last person you dated, ma'am, he has children with another woman. Okay. No problem with that. No problem. No. But if you saw him how he was always tied to the other woman and you still got involved, you didn't make the right assessment. Because that girl is going to be in his life for the rest of his life via the child. And if he has not broken that tie with the girl, you got to be in trouble. That's why you're single. Assessment. It's just going. Come on, people. Come on. It's going over the dialogue of what you're going through. It's going over the people that's been in and out of your life. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to do something different. How you doing? It's Boston wife. How you doing, Boston wife? Guarantee you. Yeah, he ain't talking to nobody in Savannah because he's a Boston wife. All right. Good job. All right. All those people from Greek. God bless you for coming in. All right. Miracle. All right. Thanks for joining us. Again, it's understanding that I got to make the assessment. Now, this is what people are not talking about on a consistent basis. Because if you don't talk about changing yourself, okay, and again, you know, the culture right now is about external changing, not internal changing. Everybody's out about how you look externally, not internally. It is, people hear me. Wherever, okay, let's put it this way, all right? Everything you and I see started from within. The seed, the plants, the grass, even you, even me. We started from within, right? And then as time went on, what was within came out. So it was based on what was inside first. When you don't do the inside first, why are you surprised when things are not going right for you? They're not going to go right for you. That's why you got to make the assessment. All right, let me Okay, so no fight with baby daddy. This is from my book, Single Ladies. Don't fight with baby daddy either. You must remember that you cannot let things overcome you to the point that you are letting the baby daddy mess up your future relationship. You must control your emotions and not allow the baby daddy to upset you and take you to a place that you will not understand down the road. Many times he can try to control your present relationship or make your new boyfriend envious. The key is this is all bad for you because his actions will keep you in the past. That's why this book's for powerful. All right. You cannot expect things to go well when you haven't made the assessments. The more assessments you make, all right, the more evaluations you make, the more powerful you will be in your relationship. But you got to make the assessment. And the reason why, I'm going to say this, I'll be done. The reason why a lot of people don't like making the assessment because they don't like seeing the results. They don't want don't show me the results. Don't show me how it really looks. No, let yourself see the results so you become a better person down the road. That's why assessments, that's why evaluation is important. A lot of people don't want to see the results. But guess what? The results can save your life. For example, when you do blood work, you may not like the picking. Come on now, you may not like how they puncture, right? Well, I'm sorry, they don't puncture. They put a thing in your vein, all right? You may not like it, but it's necessary for your living. You need that assessment of your blood, right? Especially if you have hereditary diseases. So that assessment, hear me, that assessment or evaluation of your blood will tell you how well you're doing. Well, people, why are we stopping that? Why are we stopping the assessments? Okay. Why are we stopping you becoming, you know what? Let me evaluate myself. Thank you for the likes. Thank you very much. Oh, glory to God. Why are we stopping not assessing ourselves? We need to do a better job with that. The more we do the assessments and the evaluation within ourselves, because a lot of you are very good at telling what people is wrong with other people. But when's the last time you said, I need to work on this? When's the last time you said, I need to work on this? Okay. Unless you do that on a consistent basis, you're going to find yourself in trouble. Make sense? That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Thank you for joining. Again, we come about 15 to 30 minutes on. Again, we talk about singles. Again, our website is drtcbransley.com for all of my books. To set up time for counseling, your boy's right here for you. Written over 28 nationally published books, doing counseling over 20 years as well. All right, so people, hope you are blessed by that. The assessment, the evaluation. Tomorrow, we're talking to parents. Until I say, also, if you want a free catalog of all of my books and all things that I do, well, glory to God, you can definitely DM me and I will send you a free catalog. Also, your journal. Yes, you need your journal. People are selling clothes on TikTok and clothes on social media. How many people are helping you to deal with your soul and better in your relationships? And not too many. Right here. All right. So right here, this is what you need to get, the journal, and take it from there. All right. Until next time, tell your friends, tell your neighbors. Also, don't forget, we're still doing the 2-minute drills throughout the day as well. We don't stop that. That's our core. That's our foundation. And we're not going to stop doing that. Until next time, peace.